Hello friends, welcome to Sthitpragya Life. I am your friend Sandeep Srivastav. In today's session, we will be discussing about the essence of the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is Arjuna Vishada Yoga. If you remember, in our last sessions, we have also discussed about who was Arjuna, what is Vishada, and what is Yoga. So, let's do a quick recap. As you can see on the screen, the chapter 1 is all about observing the armies, which is called as Arjuna Vishada Yoga. A quick recap: who is Arjuna, what is Vishada, and what is Yoga. Please refer to my last video if you want to understand, or just if you in case you want to quickly recap about these three questions. Moving on. So when we say identifying or observing the armies, when Arjuna requested Krishna to take his chariot in between both the armies, we will today discuss that what learning it carries for all of us in our day-to-day life. We will discuss what does it mean, and we will also discuss how is that situation related to our lives. Please understand, unless and until there is a relativity that is formed along with Vedas or Upanishad, no Vedas or Upanishad can help you progress in your life. So the relativity is of topmost priority. That is where my fineness comes into picture. Now, let us understand this particular situation a little deeper. Depression has to be dealt by observing and identifying the enemy within. Any enemy, be it internal or external, it can only be identified by 1. Calmness, 2. Quietness, and 3. Proper observation, witnessing the enemy and the battlefield. Now let us understand this a little more deeper. The above three factors can only be attained with a disciplined spiritual practice. Again, going back, if you want to understand what is spirituality, please refer to my last video. And unfortunately, no drug or medicine can let you attain a spiritual state of mind. Moving on. The next question is, so why did Arjuna want Krishna to take his chariot between both the armies? The answer is very simple. To observe both the armies, Arjuna had all the three qualities, which are calmness, quietness, and proper observation. Knowing, understanding, and witnessing the enemy is not possible for people who possess anger and are blind-minded. Very important, the relativity. In terms of observing the armies, let us now see how is that particular situation is related to us. How still, peaceful you are whenever you see your worst side. What efforts have you taken so far in observing your internal enemies? And our enemies are laziness, procrastination, ego, attitude, anger, jealousy, false ego, bad character, satisfying bodily needs, addictions. Well, the list is quite long. The next question is, when was the last time you voiced out your disturbances of your life to a mental health consultant? The last one, you have no right to complain or possess a thirst to win over others till you win over your worst self. So friends, this particular page, I want you to write down all the 4 points in your notebook. Alright, so these are not just 4 questions, these are the actual questions which you need to master yourself, to answer yourself. Okay? Moving on. So just like how Arjuna requested Krishna to take his chariot between the two armies in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, similarly, in the battlefield of mind, take your chariot, which is your consciousness, in the middle of two armies. Let me explain you in a very simple context. The two armies are: one is the creator, which is Krishna himself, and two, the second army is the creation, which is everything else other than Krishna. That means what? One way you have Krishna, and another way you have the creation, which has got everything else other than Krishna. And in between these two armies, there is your mind. The battlefield is your mind. Let's join the dots. Likewise, I was saying, the battlefield is a mind, the consciousness is the chariot, Arjuna is yourself, of course, the driver is Krishna or someone else. You got to make a choice. The enemies are, as we all know, all our internal enemies: laziness, procrastination, ego, attitude, anger, jealousy, false ego, bad character, satisfying bodily needs, addictions. Again, the list is quite long. And that's when Krishna channelized Arjuna's consciousness towards himself and helped him win over the internal enemies first. Please underline this. That means what? Be it a war of Kurukshetra or any other war, it is first won in your consciousness. At the end point of execution, it is won in physicality. Now, you make a choice which driver you want to steer your chariot. And what is your chariot? Your consciousness is your chariot. So Arjuna went into depression looking at the creation. We are also nothing different. We also get stressed, depressed, running behind the creation. Although Krishna was Arjuna's driver in physical form, but mentally he gave the steering in the hands of the creation. And that's when he immediately slipped into depression. So this brings to the end of the session. You can always reach me back on my contact number, which is 9030731306. And I would like to thank you, all of you, for such tremendous love that you have shown on writing emails to me, where maybe in the coming sessions I would be able to share the screenshots, but looking at the privacy factor, I was told not to share. But still, all my heart out for all of you for writing so beautiful emails, sending me your wishes, your best wishes and all. Everything makes a lot difference for me. Thank you so much, everyone. Please go back and check the same video once again. I request all of you, because today's session is not just about the conversation that has happened between Krishna and Arjuna, but it is more about self-introspection. Yes, you got it right. It is all about self-introspection. And as I always say, you can always reach me on my contact number and write the beautiful emails that you have been doing to me. I'll see to it the best of what I can. Thank you so much once again. I wish you a great weekend ahead. Good luck. Bye-bye.